Hi guys, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read for you, but I also have a Divine Feminine Twin Flame read, a quick one that I did yesterday around 4 o'clock, which I'm going to tell you now along with this. I'm going to do the Divine Feminine first, okay? I wanted to bring it up for you because 3 aces came up in the main read, the Sirian Starseed deck. Oh, sorry, the mailman's here. You have a delivery. So let's see here. So this was yesterday on June 21st, and June 21st was the world, and the day added up to the Knight of Cups. So that's like, you know, offering love to everyone out in the world. Today we come into the Fool and the Page of Cups, that innocent love, the energy of the Christ consciousness, and taking that leap of faith with the Fool. So the read that was done for the feminine yesterday was at 4:17 to 18, which is the star and the moon, the stars and the moon. The major arcana yesterday, and I'm not going to show you cards for this one, it's a really quick one, was the major arcana were Luna, Alchemy, and Justice, which is the moon, the Temperance card, and Divine Justice. Excuse me. There were 2 swords, 1 wand, 1 cup, and 4 pentacles for the feminine yesterday. The court cards, they may have been trying to wrap things up, being that it was Friday for work and all that kind of things. They're very focused on pentacles, practical things. The King of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and then after the read, also the 9 of Pentacles, which isn't a court card, but I often see it as a person, and the Knight of Swords also came up. The numbers and the coding were all around healing and adventure for the feminine, and like I said, triple ones came up in the read, as well as 2 tens. So that's a big push forward. We had 9, 10 begin again, and then 3 1s and 2, so already into the new cycle. And in between those was 46, which is the 6 of Cups, the children in the garden. Besides those numbers came up 641, 10, 1, 652, which is an odd number. If that resonates with anyone, let me know. That's a weird one. 22, in addition to the day today, 22 came up yesterday for the feminine. 111, 10, 10, number 12 and 24, so the Hangman and Wisdom, and 24 of the Queen of Wands and Omega, the end of karma. 46, the 6 of Cups, and 69 is the Ace of Pentacles, that new offer of finances or a new life, actually, anything practical. And then 9, 10 begin again, which has been coming up like 3 days in a row. Also the number 21, 14 came up, which is 21 and 14 of the world and the Temperance card. Okay, so being patient out in the world. So the code line was all about the Master of Chalices, or the King of Cups, and acing that, mastering your emotions and your feelings, especially since we just went into Cancer, and that comes up today too. There's a lot of moodiness that will come up. It doesn't mean the energies are negative, it's just expect the moodiness because of the emotional nature of Cancer. The flowing of the emotions, like the 8, the water. So just expect that, especially with kids. But don't assume someone's not okay just because they're moody. I was definitely getting for the feminine a Queen of Cups reversed, but not because she's not happy with within herself. It's just kind of flowing with the tides of Cancer right now. There may be moments of feeling back or missing your twin. So just expect that, but know that you're good. So healing adventure came up around that. The Lover, Emperor, Magician, being clear and wise in their high vibration. This is for the feminine. But Foe came up, and that has to do with acing your emotions. The King of Cups, half healer, half adventurer. The end to pain and betrayal. Clearing or counting 1 to 10. So maybe you need to count 1. You know, like when you count when you're mad at your kids, I'm going to give up to 10 and then I'm coming after you. So you may need to count. It might help you with calming yourself or getting rid of emotions. To face your foe or face your fears, of the King of Cups, which is unconditional love, but it's also mastering of your emotions. Divine or divide and conquer, healing and adventure. So also divvy up your time around that. Lovers, new love, clearing high vibe foe, so anything that's your foe, including your emotions, acing, mastering your emotions, of divine co-creation, of healing and adventure. So this is for the feminine yesterday. And again, it would be the feminine energies within the masculine. The truth of happiness in an offer of a new life to recover finances, balance, and giving. Divine masculine's heart presently ending a war, laying down of swords, presently willing and able. The Queen of Cups reversed thinks she's ahead, but may be going back to energize and expose all. Sadness, bad news, no attention, and feeling like a failure. So I was definitely getting the Queen of Cups can definitely be the feminine today. I don't know about yesterday if it's absolutely her, but it certainly can resonate since it's 2 days in a row. And we just went into those Cancer energies yesterday, so it's showing that. But also, don't forget, if I bring these up as the feminine, it doesn't mean that's the only person it represents. There may be many women in your life, so it can represent more than one person, okay? So exposed and awakening, reaping rewards of a new life, or a Leo with a big head reaping rewards, or someone else's money, truth is. So someone may be reaping rewards of somebody else's money, and that's actually the truth. Or she was purging and took a reprieve from being in the light, and then awakening more, the divine feminine's heart, constantly gardening to manifest more money or a new life as clouds roll by. Plants need attention as the sun sucks up all the water. Leprechaun with green boots on, toggling downward, grounding. Not only green thumb, but may have green toes too, so watch out for that. Trust came up as well as make the effort for the feminine. Hermit reversed, maybe over-isolating, or maybe coming out. Telling the truth and expressing passionate feelings, maybe out to take a jog or run later, or just out on the run, running errands, maybe not. Be careful not to trip, but if you fall, get right back up again. Hanging a shingle over helping those who lack faith, helping them get to the truth, or pick them back up with the truth. Sometimes it can be sharp or cutting when the rain sets in, and then the sun just went out, literally. And a truck rushed north right at that time. It was 5:04, and that's like the Page of Swords, so maybe a small message was a little bit cutting. The magicians sharpening their swords, maybe stressed out, purging, avoiding. Someone got caught stepping on hearts, trying to avoid the dungeon, or looking at the stars while a partner looks down. So looking in two different directions. One's feast is another's nightmare, feast or famine. And then I was getting the end of the cycle going into the new beginning, the 8, 9, 10 into the 1 and the 2. And I was noticing that in the wands, all of the wands were upright. So there's, the 9s and 10s. 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, all of the wands were upright. So there's still someone holding on to their burdens for the feminine. And I was noticing that 2, 4, 6 were let go, but those are the ones you don't want to be reversed. So yesterday there was a lot of physical heaviness, not letting go of burdens. Carrying a large burden without option in the aftermath, or in avoiding disaster. Parenting came up, which was 63, which is that 9 of swords, of purging and stress. Perseverance was beneath that, which is number 4, or the Emperor, and not giving up. The Knight of Wands upright, deceiving unhappy family about wrongdoing, or rushing in before dawn to take down deceptive family, causing business to fail, or Leo happy to see his business fail, or happy to cause third party through work to fail. So this is multiple times I'm getting someone trying to take somebody else's business down. Leo Cancer may be trying to take someone down, someone's family and or business, or dark energies exposed, clearing the playing field, and then lifting of the shadows or clouds, it will be palpable. Or someone with a lathe, an oven or kiln is knocked off their high horse and not getting along at work or forced to quit. Surrounded suddenly, or an audit comes in and exposed everything. This was at 521, which is expansion, conflict, competition, and then the world. Okay, so somebody might have called on someone to get an audit done. And this could just be vengeance. It doesn't mean that it's true. Then I was getting solar system astrology, Reiki, and chakra rays show where the power is. I was getting WWF takedown, or Leo and air sign took down a crime family, or Cancer took a family member. And then the sun brightened there at 5:26. That's expansion, conflict, but also expansion of the Page of Wands, being inspired by it. The sun illuminates the truth of a new life, making effort to have faith without options, and parenting children who are ascending and also purging. So if your children are still taking up a lot of your time, it's because you're getting them started on their own path and knowing how to deal with these things. So recently, for the feminine and spirits connecting with me, was 4 of orbs reversed. Stuck in your emotions, no peace at work, and coming together to work while moving or ending a marriage. Up nights rising above with lack of rest by taking a break by the water. Pisces and Aries not getting along in an ending or culmination. Emperor may be out of control, trying to wrap things up. And the foundation for the feminine was a new life of healing and protecting her heart to stay balanced. Detox of the Knight of Cups reversed, not ready to offer love quite yet. And I wasn't getting this as really negative as it can be sometimes, the Knight of Cups reversed. I was just getting it as the Divine Masculine, just really not quite ready. Maybe doing some healing and not quite ready to offer love to everyone. Centrally, the Ace of Wands, new passion for coming clean to the wounded warrior. The King of Cups reversed, emotionally detached from the Queen of Swords reversed, who's blocked from talking to him. Due to the Page of Cups, new love, ending the war. And 4 aces fueling new love at the full moon. I was getting 4 aces here. So 3 were in the read, and then there was another clarifier right there with the other 3. So all 4 aces were showing. And fueling a new love at the new moon. Choosing between a Page of Cups, pure love, and a High Priestess, which doesn't have to be the masculine. It can just be someone, it can, because the Viking Priestess comes up sometimes too. But choosing between a Page of Cups and love and a High Priestess, Empress. Or it could be between a High Priestess and an Empress. The challenge being the King of Cups. Libra was coming up here. Libra destiny to be the Queen of Wands reversed. The Queen of Wands reversed with the King of Wands upright, with third party Empress reversed, which could be a mother, and injustice of it. Libra reversed of message of love or child disconnected in an awakening, or child of divorce who now knows about it. So they may have been hiding, they may have been separated for a long time and didn't tell the kids about it. Maybe some of the couples agreed to still live together but not tell the kids. Or love message given Libra caused disconnect and awakening. King of Wands amidst Queen of Wands reversed and Empress reversed, gossip and overindulgences. Empress reverse covering up synchronicities and messages from the masculine to keep lovers apart in a passionate awakening. Knight of Wands leaving behind dysfunctional family. Now crowning the full moon caused purging, which exposed a love offering. Knight of Cups jealous of hostage in disconnect exposed, or insincere love offered to sunshine. Kids made him happy, but he's a prisoner of purging. Full moon brought in a tidal wave of emotion. Libra, Queen of Wands reversed, King of Wands, Empress reversed. We're coming up here as a group. There's an opportunity for Leo to make the Emperor out of control, crazy, jealous. Student of energy and controlling the beast, but may have succumbed to jealousy at the full moon and put in prison. So there may have definitely been a fight where someone got put in jail. Father or father-in-law maybe went ballistic. Emperor pissed, Knight of Cups, Divine Masculine wanted to expose his love, sealed Divine Feminine. So there may have been the masculine with his father or father-in-law or a boss who had a huge fight and someone went to jail. But the Emperor is adamantly against the union. Dysfunctional family of opportunists and getting kids involved with dark magic, poor judgment. Sagittarius, Pisces, Taurus may be coming up as a coven of witches, and that came up again today. Overindulging and manipulating romance and blocking Divine Masculine from announcement or wake-up calls. When he found out, he is furious with kids wanting to extend an olive branch to the divine feminine to fix things. And that was at 621, which is the lovers and the world of completion. So soon is alchemy for the feminine. I turned the page, it was 622 of the Fool and the Lovers, taking a leap of faith. Patience. Oh, by the way, the underlying energy here was Cancer reversed, Leo upright, Pisces reversed, and a little bit upright, Capricorn reversed, Virgo reversed, Aries reversed. That was just the underlying energies. But like I said, all 4 aces were present and upright. It's a go. The Emperor and Empress were reversed, which they are again today. All the queens yesterday were reversed. And the King of Cups and the King of Swords. The Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups were also reversed. And all the pages were upright yesterday. So patience of the messenger of truth without options, but speaking of dysfunctional families that the Knight of Wands came out of, and the Empress reversed, blocked them. So it could be mother and daughter, or karmic and a friend. Someone could be, the karmic could be into spell work, or voodoo, or Wiccan, or may have a friend who's into that, who's introduced them to that. So mother and daughter, or karmic and friend, or kids may have been drawn into this as well. Unable to find peace with opportunists presently in prison. To be announced at 6 and 10, or by synchronicities. The divine feminine is coming up here as the Queen of Pentacles reversed, refusing to walk away. So it doesn't have to be divine feminine, but it can be. But she's seeing herself that way as the Queen of Pentacles reversed, refusing to walk away from a quest, expansion, and reaping rewards of happiness with self and shining light and healing. May just be ungrounded from energies coming in, and the switch from Gemini to Cancer. Feeling into heavy emotions, very physical purges now. So you may have noticed that the purges are now becoming very physical, with illness and pains and things like that. Express your love, honeymoon, chemistry, playfulness, and flirt. Allow your light-hearted energy to be seen. Came up for the feminine. And around her is dysfunctional family, sealed divine feminine from Queen of Cups reversed, which can be her own self as well, her emotional side. Spiritually above in dimension, near death and clinginess, the worst is over. For Taurus reversed, Scorpio reversed, manipulations. Clear blocks of justice and or Libra, negative past with Queen of Pentacles reversed, and now standing up to others after letting go to fix things. Burdened by giving too much, no peace since now the kids expect too much, but now must share the load. So kids may be, so some divine feminines may be with their kids who are growing up and now starting to help out, as opposed to drawing on your energy because you have to take care of them. So there may be a turning of the tides with your kids, and that can be for the masculine as well. Healing comes up, adventure, and even more so is communications and rebirth. Strumming my pain with his fingers came up here. Sealed divine feminine in the 5D world from Queen of Wands reversed, mini-me and older daughter reversed. Sovereign reversed and Queen of Wands reversed, now sharing what they know with Page of Wands upright about energy stealing and or energy vampires to protect your energy. So someone like a mother and daughter, and that could be the feminine or the karmic and with the masculine's kids. Teaching the younger kid about energy vampires and energy stealing, things like that. And again, if it's coven work, this kid may be being pulled into the coven now. Knight of Swords, messenger of truth, spreading the word of the angels patiently. Worst over for twins. Rising up, but maybe no sleep. King of Pentacles reversed and Knight of Pentacles reversed with a secret. High priestess or intuition or psychic abilities, but ungrounded today. The King of Swords with bad news, emotionally detaching to start over in love, easily clearing any roadblocks by hurtling over with passion of love. Prisoner over loss at full moon or loss of full moon or over a cancer. Or someone may be over cancer too, so someone might have been cured. Truth of a new life or rainbow. of the Queen of Pentacles and family taking respite for passion, challenged by the King of Cups being patient and alchemizing justice or false light, and sovereign messenger of truth, where the worst is over for the twin flames. Truth of balance of Divine Masculine's heart at rest. New life can take off, blast off to the moon and back. The challenge being the King of Cups and unconditional love, Queen of Pentacles patience with family, and children of Divine Masculine, or justice, or children of divorce, or Libra was coming up. Also wanted to bring up, so that was the read for the feminine, and I'll get into the masculine in just a second. I watched Jessica Del Mar yesterday, which is really good. She had done a couple videos on the 144,000 messages that she'd been getting through her clients. And she showed a wave of 12 cycles of waves, which is what we're passing through, as she described. And as soon as I saw it, she associated it with the 12 planets and the 12-strand DNA, but I was also getting it directly related to the 4D bridge, the rainbow between. So it's like the pulses between the 3D and the 5D, okay? And she was talking about the 144 vibration. And then I was trying to figure out some numerology stuff, because there's so much associated with those numbers from 144. Because if you back out of the 144, it's 72, half of that is 72, and half of that's 36. So the 4 times 36 is the 144. And it was interesting because I had a channeling done by Saint Germain, was like one of the first things I ever had on my journey. And I was told then that 4, 9, and 14 were my lucky numbers. And 4 times 9 is 36, which starts all this up. And then the 14, of course, is the Temperance card and the angels. So I just wanted to bring that up if it brings up anything for anyone else. And also that in, 1 and 1 plus 2 with the inchworm, I was getting along the same lines. The 1.125 plus 1.125 equals 2.25, and so on to 4.5 plus 4.5 equals 9, and then 9 and 9 is 18, 18, 18, 36, 72, and 144. So there's something important about that progression, and I'm sorry I'm not a math professional, so I don't know all of the known progressions and their names and that kind of thing. All right, so I just wanted to bring that up. Yeah, and something about the 360 degrees that associated with that, and the 6 by 6 is so 6 squared is 36. But that relates to 36, not the 360 degrees. But then I was kind of getting the 0 associated with that. So if anything comes up for anyone, let me know. And now I'm going to get right into the Divine Masculine read for today. Again, it's 2311, the King of Wands, and Justice may be coming up, the Justice system, and I can tell you right now that definitely relates. So again, today is the Fool of taking that leap of faith, opening your heart, and the Page of Cups, unconditional love, pure intent, and Jesus, the fish. It's very much Pisces. The read for the masculine today was done at 9:33, but I was guided to write down 9:31 to 33. So the 31, 32, and 33 being important here, which is the 4 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands. All those energies, which can be challenging, right? I have the 5. Well, the 6 of Wands is the journeyman, right? The 31 is the 5 of Wands, and then the 33 being the 7 of Wands, but it's also the Christ vibration, standing up for yourself without reacting. For the masculine, the only major arcana from the Sirian Starseed deck was Indigo, which is like the Magician, and then before the read was the Lovers, and then after the read, the Chariot came up. There were 3 Pentacles, 2 Swords, 3 Wands, and 2 Cups, so very well distributed for the masculine, very balanced today. And we also have 3232, which again is that journeyman. 2 people on the journey side by side. The court cards that came up are Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles. And also in the underlying energy before the read was the Queen of Swords. And again, they don't have to be the sign that they show. So the Queen of Cups It doesn't have to be a water sign. It can be just someone showing their emotions today. And the Queen of Swords doesn't have to be an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It can just be someone speaking. A lot of the Queen of Swords comes up as someone talking because it's air signs, all about words and thoughts. So it can just be about someone talking. And the King of Pentacles for earth signs. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. It can just be someone who's grounded or not. Okay. The numbers that came up with manifestation, which was the topic of the code line today, manifestation. And we have the indigo magician, so it could be a child magician or the child within the masculine or a child. But all about manifesting abilities today. The numbers that came up were the number 8, 104, 104, 4 and 5, but 121 also came up. 31, which is that 5 of Wands, 44, the 4 of Cups, 55, the Ace of Swords, the Truth, and then the sequences, 3, 4, 5, and then 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10 again, begin again, okay? So, also 32, 32, which I told you, 13 came up, which is the Death card, ending, transition. Also 34 of the 8 of Wands, 45 of the 5 of Cups, which came up in the read for sure, 58, which is the 4 of Swords, and then 89 also came up. The message around manifestation was, and Jesus was coming up again here with the Page of Cups being the energy of the day, the 40 days and 40 nights just coming up again as well. To the nth degree, or to the degree of the Christ consciousness, or Jesus, clear or wise 8, or to stay balanced at 0 point, or strength, taking the high road, 10-4, message received, of grief, for mastering of the Christ consciousness in order to manifest. Okay? So also the Queen 8, or the strong Queen comes up, taking the high road, high vibration for grief, or those grieving around you, for the Christ consciousness manifestation. So very important for the masculine here. Using his feminine side, or referencing his divine feminine, or someone around him. And the main feminine here is the Queen of Cups, but also the Queen of Swords came up as well. But when I asked in this read who the divine feminine was, for sure I was getting the Queen of Cups, but the Queen of Swords could also represent her as well. So the underlying energies came up like this: the 8 of Crystals with the Sage of Orbs and the Lovers. Okay, so they came up like this, the underlying energy. Okay, so the 8 of Crystals is like the 8 of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Orbs is like the Queen of Swords. She's getting ready to pull the switch there. Okay. So that's what we're starting with. Working with crystal and a left thumb. Student of energy and rejection, or good student versus whiner kids. Cross may be knocked down and Jesus walked away. So it's literally like I was being shown, Jesus has knocked down the cross. It was lying on the ground and he's walking away. No more hanging on the cross. That's not how I wanted it to be seen. He's told me that multiple times. Jesus walking away on the beach of Normandy. Okay? So Norman might be coming up here too as Norman Day. And Normandy, the invasion of Normandy keeps coming up because it was such a violent battle. Okay? And Spirit's connecting with me. God's love offered to still intact. It's like the masculine seeing God's love now offered with 2 still intact of loves that he already has. Divine masculine child called to action, or wanting to hear more. Announcement of final decision, or pleading with the angels as the devil is swearing in. Could be a spoiled brat, or one who controls the children, or pins the children against each other. Idea of happy family was present in the past, as the Queen of Wands looks back at the dreams that she once had. Viking princess opened the gates of hell when pretending not to know, or ignorance, or unaware. Covering eyes to protect the heart, about the Queen of Swords without affection and not working, or possibly the Queen of Wands thoughts about a lover of the Divine Masculine at work. Gates open to knowing, using intuition to cause another to bleed out or hurt them. So again, this is negative spell work coming up. And acting all innocent, like she had nothing to do with a death or a birth, or rebirth not working. Expressing, that could be just someone, their rebirth is to not work. Expressing feelings, choosing a path of third party through work, or leaving work to pursue their dreams, healing, peace, and shining their light for the masculine. Choosing to clear wounds, Akashic records, no more hanging curtains or spying for a living, or hanging from the rafters, or being benched. Polka dots and oranges, peaches, and shades of gray, so no more of that. Aquarius or Gemini or Capricorn may be unclear what's not actually working, or what's gotten into the kids. Pleading with judge on behalf of kids who may be in trouble, and then unrequited love came up, and underneath that was religious factors. So there's a lot of underlying energy the masculine needs to let go of now, right? The unrequited love and the differences between them. There could be religious factors here, but it doesn't have to be religion. It can be anything. It can be cultural. It can be age, political, whatever it is. Any differences. The Queen of Cups is out being nurturing. On the other side, someone who won't wake up, longing for the past memories of the Queen of Wands when they were young and inspired. So it could be the masculine thinking back of the early times with his karmic. Or the Queen of Wands is doing that, remembering when he couldn't get enough of her, at the pool or jacuzzi with goggles on a log, taking glasses off so he couldn't see her that well. Or better, made him take his glasses off so he could see her better. Or now wearing rose-colored glasses and have now taking them off, actually seeing the reality of it. Or seeing with his own eyes, a teen stripping for a living, or realizing the porn he watches could be his daughter being watched by dirty old men. Or the Queen of Wands trying to tempt the Divine Masculine by asking him to look at her boo-boo and then bending down to show her cleavage, but flame always there, lovebirds and dessert, or don't need dessert, don't notice anything but each other, the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, savings and kids, or two girls and twins inspiring him. Rebirth came up, which was number 16 in the Tower, and underneath that was love, or the lovers. Okay, so love coming in or the lovers coming in creates a rebirthing or a Tower moment. Four of Cups comes up here as the violet light, fire, sparkles, and rainbows, dropping facade and breaking patterns, counting sheep, and journaling in pencil. Drained or sick or got burned, King of Swords is upright here, standing in his truth. Too many options or synchronicities may have tripped him up. Halting energy exchanges due to being drained or sick helped him come into his truth again by being still. Being still a good thing. Too many people or energies under his feet trying to trip him up or beat him at his own game. And right as I started talking about tripping up, someone's car alarm went off outside, so the car kept honking, and that was at 10:17 to 18. And then I was getting like Will Robinson, warning, warning. I don't know if you remember that. I'm dating myself. But this was definitely a warning. And then some placements and aspects came up here. So I was getting that Saturn touching Aquarius is not a good aspect. And Jupiter aspects of Pisces and Cancer, or Moon in Pisces, and then I looked it up, and the Moon actually moves into Pisces today at 2:01 p.m. UTC, which would be about, I guess, 10 p.m. here. I think we're 4 hours right now. And then as I looked at the UTC time on the clock, it was 2:22, exactly. So he's got until March 21st, 2020, which is where Jupiter goes into... Is it Jupiter or Saturn? I believe it was Saturn. When Saturn goes into Aquarius, which it does initially from March 21st, 2020 to July 1st, 2020, if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do now, he's got until that March 21st next year where he'll get slammed if he doesn't start now. Pisces moon may inspire him today. And also I saw then Jupiter in Sagittarius at 18 degrees and 27 today. And so then Saturn goes into Aquarius officially December 16th, 2020 was coming up. But I swear I read also that 2021 to 2020 was this Capricorn conjunction, so I'm kind of confused about that. So if anyone knows anything, let me know. But watch out for the moon in Gemini and Cancer, which is June 29th through the end of July 3rd. Because as soon as July 4th starts around midnight is when the moon goes into Leo. So for the July 4th celebration day and after, you're in Leo. So it'll be fun for celebrations. But watch out for when that moon is in Gemini to Cancer, June 29th to July 3rd. And I'm called to bring up that Saturn Aquarius talks about cleaning up your own mess. So if you don't do it now, you're going to get slammed next March. And also that I was called to bring up that Jupiter goes into Gemini May 25th, 2024, which is very inspiring, okay? So maybe someone might be on a 5-year plan, and so maybe I'm called to bring that up for whoever's doing that Jupiter goes into Gemini in 2024 in May, and that's a really good placement for Jupiter because Gemini is all about new ideas, so it's very inspiring. So King of Swords may not be working or in knowing of unrequited love and inspired by a rebirth in love. Recently, the masculine, divine masculine's heart, or the bat cave, is cozy and warm with strong love offer to hermit with light, finding peace in being still and not working and getting epiphanies. Or finding peace in stubbornness, and that may cause the tower to hit and blow your top, or someone may be taken in for resisting arrest. And that could literally mean resisting arrest. So not resting. So if you refuse, this is the way the universe works. If you refuse to rest when you really need to, or you're a workaholic, and I know that's my brother's life lesson numbers, that 58 of the 4 of Swords. If you don't rest when you need to, that's when the tower comes in and forces your hand. So even being arrested is a way of the universe to get you to stop and be still. So see, that's a positive way of seeing if someone did get arrested and go to jail. So Leo came up upright and reversed here. Virgo upright, Scorpio upright, Gemini reversed, Capricorn upright, Aquarius upright, and Pisces reversed. The foundation for the masculine is the Queen of Cups, and she was coming up in the clarifiers as reversed energy, but on this card, she's definitely in her sovereignty, in her happiness, and without burdens. So it wasn't a negative thing that she was reversed, but there may be some moodiness or emotions coming up to clear. Queen of Cups, happy without burdens and transformed, or walking right over those in their way who don't resonate or try to stop them from being authentic to themselves. And Scorpio is coming up there, who's really good at being themselves and not letting anyone get in their way. Centrally for the masculine is that 5 of Wands of conflict energy, competition or expansion, of 2 in connection in the 5D at night and bringing emotional fulfillment. Okay, and that's like the heat is on too, though. So, but the wounded warrior may still, as a masculine, may still be fighting the 5D or the connection to it. He may be still fighting his old wounds, right? The challenge being grief, loss, regret of the high priestess in another world, or her world turned around, so he may still be stuck in those feelings of shame and guilt. Seeing her world turned around incomplete and speaking to others about it, as he is free to leap, but the King of Pentacles reversed with loss of money and status, or ungrounded, and this may or may not be him. It could be because someone else is in his way, or maybe someone passed recently, or someone got thrown in jail. Avoiding the dance and hiding his face, hasn't given up completely, but dropped all his burdens or confessed to reunion with Queen of Swords, talking about shadow work. And as I was talking about all this, a truck with a big heavy trailer went south, so a heavy load to carry when you're going south. As I turn the page, it's 1108, which is Justice and the Strength card, being courageous. So with the Queen of Swords talking about shadow work or fighting the dark, now crowning is the truth needed, clarity needed, a message of news or short conversation with an angel, a Sagittarius, or about being patient and letting go to fix things with an Empress who was lied to by the King of Swords. Now, mind you, the Empress was coming up reversed in this read. And I want to tell you the signs that came up for the body of the read. So the two aces that came up upright in the read were the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, but the Ace of Swords and Wands were reversed. So maybe not so much good for sexual energy, but really good for love and the new life, the practical stuff. Cancer was upright and reversed, so definitely moodiness coming up here. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Scorpio was just upright, but Pisces and Cancer upright and reversed, so it's just moodiness, okay? Sagittarius was upright, Libra upright and reversed, Gemini reversed, Aries reversed, and those were two negative energies definitely coming up in the read, Gemini and Aries, to stay away from them today. Taurus upright reversed, Leo upright, Virgo upright, and Capricorn and Aquarius upright, but less so pronounced in the body of the read. So clarity definitely needed here, crowning for the masculine. A message or news or a short conversation with angel or Sag, or about patience and letting go to fix things with Empress lied to by the King of Swords. The Queen of Swords may be speaking about the past, cutting to the chase about moving, to come together, being kind or not harshly judgmental of the Divine Masculine, connecting in the mirror and swept off their feet, shocking Sagittarius drinker or potion maker, causing fighting because they were seeing synchronicities. So soon, so the challenge card had been the grieving card, and this was upright in the clarifiers. So the grieving process, feeling sadness, loss, and regret as well. And then crowning for the masculine was the Ace of Orbs, the truth. But this was also coming up reversed in the clarifiers. So needing to cut through the bullshit and get to the truth. So soon is the Four of Wands, but this was also coming up reversed. So there's definitely some instability or moving going on, or marriage is ending with that energy coming up. Moving, not working, or like I said, a marriage ending with kids to help him move, or a friend or a twin offers to help him, or a friend or father or brother offers to help move, or with instability with kids, or with twin, or to get some playtime after working so hard. The Divine Masculine is healing. He's experiencing grief or guilt, shame, regret, that type of stuff over the Queen of Pentacles, or he's feeling her grief or sadness or missing each other in separation. Destiny or divine timing, blocking sexual energy and feeling trapped or in prison, sexually frustrated, and taking the high road. Wedding came up, so this situation involves marriage, but then passion and attraction came up for the masculine. This is how he sees himself, is the Three of Swords, but this was coming up as reversed energy, so healing and forgiving, and getting epiphanies with the lightning coming in. Also could just be a third-party interference, which is everyone healing in a difficult three-party situation. Around him, or how he is seen, is coming out of the dark. With one flame's help, and the Ten of Wands or Ten of Flames was definitely reversed in this read, which is good. Coming out of the dark, with one flame's help to see the light. Grounded and saving, and coming clean about sneakiness and breakup. Tossed out in the cold, left behind and abandoned. Unstable after tripped up, or fell and got injured while moving, or in a fight to break up, or break patterns. It was just 4436. And that's about the confession or ending all the burdens of the 44, mastering, grounding, and integrating. clear blocks, masculines, of the King of Pentacles, which is also coming up reversed. Akashic records, reaping rewards, saving for a rainy day, daydreaming, and feeling unworthy of more. Cut through the BS, cut the crap, and split or divide. No fear of loss of money, because that's fear, not love. Manifestation is the word of the day, but even more so, healing and personal growth and change for the masculine to allow it. So this is what the blocks that he needs to clear is the Master of Crystals or the King of Pentacles, the Akashic records. The end of the read came up with the Indigo, and then the two cards after the read, Nine of Chalices and the Chariot, came up like this. Okay? So you have the Indigo, which is like the Magician, and then the Nine of Chalices, which is Nine of Cups, get your wish card, and then the Chariot, a bold move or travel. So big, even more so, healing, personal growth, and change is happening for the masculine. And right after that, I was getting hung up or under arrest. So someone, definitely there was an arrest here, or someone needing a rest, hung up on having a rest, or a tree, maybe hanging out under a tree with new passion or a heated exchange, or expressing love, or languages of love, and the differences between them. Indigo Child was coming up, wild and free, wild child. Sagittarius caught drinking or freebasing or spell work or Freemasons, and rescue efforts needed. Injustice to the Queen of Swords, or to the King of Swords, in having to choose between one with a mask, the Great Pretender, or the Unknown, which is just a surprise. Control freaks hate surprises. He's been fighting synchronicities and grounding and integrating, ignoring offer of love, while dealing with Wild Child, offering love to all. Possibly, it could be the karmic, or it could be a child, experimenting and getting drunk and naked. Someone may have slipped them a roofie. Sagittarius female, healing arrogance and moving or traveling, or having fun in the sun without the King of Swords, or refusing, or he's refusing to go, not knowing what he's in for. Because she's too volatile, so I don't know whether it's the kid or the karmic. Emperor came up reversed with the Hierophant upright, with a love child or child of God, out of control or inspired. Or the emperor doesn't agree with the church or the priest or whoever the religious leader is. Or dealing with ego death, and because of that, finding God and being expired, reborn again. Okay, that's definitely one of the messages there that I was just getting now, actually. As I turn the page, it's 11:43 of Justice and the Three of Cups and coming together. And that was upright in the read. Aries pissed at Taurus for moving a child. Queen of Cups reverse, maybe refusing to move or just very sad. On and off, like I said, she may be moody, sitting in uncomfortable feelings, trying to deal with emotions, or just the difficult energies coming in, or possibly being over dramatic, or just crying and purging, which is very dramatic. But I was also getting another type of Queen of Cups here who could also be coming up crying wolf to get attention, or that could be how other people are perceiving the Divine Feminine in her purges. Someone seeing them as the need to get attention or to win, right? Just to win, doing stuff just to win or have victory over something, okay? So I still have more to go, but I want to tell you the Emperor and Empress were both reversed. All right, so stay away from the Emperor and Empress today, which could be Aries and Gemini and Taurus. All three of those, watch out for them. Of the water signs, they were all coming up as reversed energies for the King, Queen, Knight, and Page, but I wasn't getting all negative energy. You know, the people aren't necessarily negative, but the emotions are challenging today. A lot of moodiness, and Scorpio definitely the most level of them. All the wands were upright today, but that they may be righteous in feeling upright. It may not be that they're right. It just may feel they feel justified in their uprightness. The page and three of the knights were reversed: cups, swords, and pentacles. And pentacles could just be lazy, but watch out for the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords reversed, because they could be up to no good. The Knight of Cups is good, and that's just about getting busy, running errands, working out, that kind of stuff it's good for today. So like I said, Aries may be pissed off at Taurus for moving a child. Queen of Cups reversed may be refusing to move, or just feeling sad and moody, or sitting in uncomfortable energies today, okay? There may be an imbalance or in debt for the masculine to a King of Cups reversed, or vice versa. This King of Cups reversed may be in debt to him, hanging out, doing nothing about it, this King of Cups reversed, or refusing to see or admit to any wrongdoing. And that could be the masculine or someone else around him. Purging to get over stress or lack of sleep, exposing options, radiation, or synchronicities, or three options, and what's the lesser of the three evils. And he may be seeing it that way, and allowing the swords to drop out of his back. The Queen of Wands offers money for a new life to the Magician, to manifest. Defenseless, Empress reversed, and Nine of Pentacles reversed, or Sovereign reversed, who are coming up powerless here. But I was getting it like, it could be a mother and daughter, or mother and granddaughter team with no real power, preying on others. A wealthy family of the Queen of Wands, who feels justified in everything she does, or she is paying someone or bribing someone, a magician, a master manipulator, to take Empress and Sovereign down. So a mother and daughter. So somebody, the Queen of Wands could be bribing someone or family, and this could be someone who's evil. Although the Magician was upright, he just may be very good at what he does. But also, wealthy family was sitting above her, so that could be her getting family to do this for her as well. So Queen of Wands, although she's upright, beware. She may be trying to take down an Empress and Sovereign, which definitely could be a karmic trying to take down a feminine and their daughter in vengeance or something, or the karmic may be perceiving the divine feminine as trying to take them down for some reason, okay? So there may be some paranoia there as well. But definitely some family money or family helping them out with this was coming up. The Knight of Swords was reversed, and the Knight of Cups was reversed here, coming together with the Three of Cups, not good, to plot and plan, to celebrate a revenge, and definitely getting mean girls of a rich family coming up here. Or a coven performing vengeful spells, or vengeance or revenge, okay? Or another summary is working or not, or the Queen of Swords without affection, unaware the Queen of Cups may be good, but may be moody, or have moments of sadness, letting things go, or finally finished, or someone who is Finnish, from Finland, a physical cycle surrendering to transformation, and separation and healing from being dumped or dumped on. Divine Masculine's heart now warm and heating up, challenged by the grieving process, moving or loss of home, money and or status, or lost King of Pentacles to death, and needs to cut through the crap of indigo, drunk driving, or arrogant and moving or healing from not getting their wish. Everything now exposed, or someone may be doing an expose or a nude spread. Someone's dream was to be in Playboy or Hustler, could be the karmic, or one of the Divine Masculine's children's dream to be in. Queen of Swords without affection, working too much or not, or something is not working. Divine Masculine's heart warm or hibernating in the bat cave. The King of Swords is upright, thinking of the Queen of Cups, and can feel her sadness as summer brings heart or heat to cut to the chase, the challenge being his own grief and a quest for the impossible dream and never giving up. Healing instability, or a move or a home or marriage that has split, dumping a load to find a way out of a hole. The King of Pentacles reversed, indigo magician, or has an indigo child or partner who's like a child, who's willful and wild, Sagittarius or Leo perhaps, unjust to the King of Swords, telling the truth. And it's coming up here too that the King of the Divine Masculine can't help the synchronicities and may have hid the offer of love from the Divine Feminine, but is insisting he didn't accept it. Yet he knows deep inside that he always feels her energy exchange. So he's coming up upright, right in the 3D, he may be telling the truth. But in coming down to the truth of it, if you're exchanging any kind of energy with someone else in a sexual way, isn't that cheating? It's like, you know, watching porn and getting off that way as well. So that was what's coming up for the masculine. Like I said, just lots of moody energy here. It wasn't really a lot of negativity here today, except for the Emperor and Empress. Stay away from them, Aries, Gemini, and Taurus. And that could include those two knights, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords, who could be two kids who are up to no good, or two friends, adult friends, who are coming together. And like I said, it could be like a coven. That's come up over and over again over the past 2 years, actually. So people just doing spell work, and it could look very innocent, but all you have to do is put some negative intent and revenge behind it, and it can totally switch it around. Also getting, so the main energy, and it's now 5555, so huge changes are coming. The main energy in the center of the read was the 5 of Wands. The heat is on, but the challenge is grief, the sadness, the guilt, and the loss, the shame. Not letting go of the baton, the 3rd to the 4th leg of the race. So that's the only challenge for the masculine. Okay, so before it gets too long, I'm going to go, but I want to show you the pictures from the read. So this is the basic read. Okay, and then the full read for the Divine Masculine. I'm not going to show you the cards for the feminine. I have the full read, but it's really about the energy from today, okay? And definitely the underlying energy from the numerology deck there was rebirth. So there's definitely rebirthing going on. Lots of change, and change came up for the masculine as well. Okay, rise and be loved, guys. Drink your water. Bye.